As Sean said, my name is Ali Heller. I am with the ARS Jornada in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I will be talking you through a new tool called the SiteKey that links ecological sites in edit with monitoring plot data and can also be used as an organizational tool for developing ecological site field keys. The SiteKey tool was created as an automated R-based workflow that matches monitoring plot data to probable ecological sites. So maybe of use whenever there's interest in summarizing and interpreting monitoring data within ecological sites, for example, to look at management or restoration outcomes by ecological site, or to understand differences in ecosystem service provisioning across sites. So this tool pulls from edit, and it also pulls from the Landscape Data Commons, which harmonizes and aggregates interagency core methods plot data. And for those of you not familiar, the core methods monitoring plots housed within the Landscape Data Commons are collected by multiple agencies and institutions in national and more regional efforts, but all collect data with a suite of standardized methods, which are listed here. And for the purpose of identifying ecological sites, we're pulling from plot characterization and soil pit descriptions. So to run this tool, the user first identifies an MLRA of interest. And within that MLRA, every publicly available ESD is queried. The tool targets ecological site physiographic, climatic, and soil features, and it extracts and tabulates this information across the MLRA to create a master table. So you'll see a row for every ecological site attribute within each site. And then relational columns are added so that a range or statement of equality is expressed as appropriate. Then the tool brings in monitoring data from the Landscape Data Commons, and the user can choose whether to pull in all plots for an MLRA, plots within an MLRA and subset to a state, or can upload a polygon representing an area of interest. The tool converts and tabulates the monitoring plot data, and it applies every relational statement from that ecological site criteria table to every monitoring plot. And it records how many of the relational statements are true, and uses this number to calculate a proportion of criteria met. There's also an option in the tool to add weight scalar values to each of the variables so that more emphasis is placed on localized variables such as soil texture and particle size class, and less on more regionally relevant variables such as annual precipitation and elevation. And the plot is then assigned to the ecological site for which it has met the most criteria. So the output table lists every plot, its assigned ecological site, and the proportion of criteria met. And if we want to, we can dig into the criteria for each plot and see which were met and which were not. And to return briefly to this first output table of ecological site attributes, this table can be used as a foundation for building an MLRA level abiotic ecological site key to be used in the field, which was not the objective of developing this tool, but is a useful byproduct. So you may be familiar with ecological site field keys, also housed in edit, which are very useful for locating oneself on an ecological site while in the field. So with this table, we have ecological site attributes across a whole MLRA. They've been exported from edit, and the sites can now be organized and grouped by landform, by soil water movement properties, by soil chemistry, and so on as the starting point for developing a field key. So thank you for your time.